Coping with trauma and post-traumatic stress disorder, commonly known as PTSD, is a deeply personal and often complex journey. For many individuals, this path is not straightforward, nor is it identical from one person to the next. Trauma can present itself in various forms, stemming from experiences such as accidents, natural disasters, violence, war, loss, or abuse. PTSD, on the other hand, is a specific response to traumatic events, where symptoms of stress, hypervigilance, avoidance, and intrusive memories persist over time, disrupting daily life and well-being. Healing from trauma and PTSD begins with acknowledging the profound impact such experiences can have on one's mind, body, and spirit. Recovery is not about erasing the past, but rather about finding a way to live with it and reclaiming a sense of personal safety, control, and possibility. Within this framework, a variety of strategies can support healing and growth, each contributing to the restoration of balance and hope. Among these strategies, seeking and accepting support, finding the right therapeutic guidance, connecting with others, engaging the body, navigating complex emotions, practicing self-care, avoiding substances, taking restorative breaks, and cultivating mindfulness and creativity stand out as foundational pillars for recovery. The act of accepting support is often the first step, yet sometimes the most challenging. Trauma can leave individuals feeling isolated and wary of others, fostering a sense of disconnection. It is not uncommon to feel as though others cannot understand the experience, or that expressing vulnerability may expose one to further pain. However, it is vital to recognize that healing does not occur in isolation. Accepting the support of trusted friends, family members, or spiritual advisors can anchor the recovery process, reminding individuals that they are not alone. Allowing oneself to rely on others is not a sign of weakness, but a courageous acknowledgement of human interdependence. Trusted individuals can provide comfort, perspective, and a sense of safety, whether through simple companionship, empathetic listening, or practical assistance in daily life. As integral as personal support can be, it is equally important to find the right professional help. Trauma and PTSD often benefit from specialized therapeutic intervention. Qualified therapists understand the nuanced nature of trauma responses and can introduce evidence-based treatments tailored to individual needs. Approaches such as cognitive behavioral therapy, eye movement desensitization and reprocessing, EMDR, somatic therapies, and narrative exposure therapy offer structured ways to process traumatic memories, challenge destructive patterns, and develop adaptive coping strategies. Importantly, therapeutic work creates a safe, confidential space in which individuals can explore and reclaim their narratives. When searching for the right therapist or counselor, it is essential to seek someone with training and experience in trauma-informed care. Finding a good fit may take time, but the comfort and trust between client and therapist are pivotal to progress. Connecting with others extends beyond personal relationships and includes engaging in broader communities of support. Peer groups, both in person and online, bring together individuals who have lived through trauma and are navigating similar challenges. In these groups, shared experience can foster belonging and mutual understanding, reducing the sense of isolation. Listening to others' stories and sharing one's own can be profoundly validating, and many find that helping others becomes a significant aspect of their own healing. Physical movement is another vital element in the process of coping with trauma and PTSD. Trauma's effects often extend to the body, manifesting as muscle tension, fatigue, sleep disturbances, and chronic pain. The body stores memories of trauma and sometimes continues to react physically long after the event. Engaging in regular physical activity, whether in the form of walking, yoga, swimming, dancing, or other exercises, can help discharge pent-up stress, regulate mood, and reestablish a sense of bodily autonomy and safety. Mind-body practices, such as yoga or Tai Chi, are particularly beneficial, as they combine gentle movement with focused attention to breath and bodily sensations, offering a pathway to reconnect with and care for the body. Integral to the recovery process is the ongoing effort to work with, rather than against, one's feelings. Suppressing or denying difficult emotions may feel expedient, but ultimately compounds distress over time. Instead, allowing oneself to fully experience feelings such as fear, anger, sadness, or guilt within safe and supportive contexts enables these emotions to move and shift rather than become stuck. This may involve journaling, talking with a therapist or trusted friend, or expressing emotions through art or music. By permitting feelings to surface and naming them, individuals reclaim agency and begin to make sense of their internal experiences. It is important to remember that there is no right or wrong way to feel. The impact of trauma is valid, and self-compassion in the face of distress is an essential resource. Practicing self-care is a multifaceted commitment. It involves attending to the essentials of personal well-being, such as maintaining regular sleep patterns, eating nourishing foods, and establishing daily routines. Self-care also encompasses honoring the need for pleasure, rest, and connection. Even small acts of self-kindness, taking a warm bath, spending time in nature, reading a favorite book, or savoring a cup of tea, can have outsized effects in regulating mood and restoring balance. Establishing boundaries to protect one's time and energy is also a crucial aspect of self-care. Trauma can make individuals feel as though their lives are out of their own control. Small, intentional acts of self-nurturing help rebuild a sense of personal sovereignty. In navigating trauma and PTSD, avoiding recreational substances is an important safeguard. The use of drugs or alcohol may offer temporary relief or numbness from pain, but in the long term, substances often complicate recovery and can intensify symptoms. Substances can interfere with natural emotional processing and disrupt healing sleep, while also increasing impulsivity or risk-taking behavior. If substance use has become a method for coping, reaching out for professional help is vital. There are evidence-based treatments specifically designed to support individuals in both trauma recovery and substance use challenges. Taking regular breaks and giving oneself permission to rest is another essential aspect of recovery. Trauma and PTSD can make daily life feel overwhelming, and it is easy to become trapped in cycles of overactivity or avoidance. Scheduling breaks, creating calming rituals, or simply spending time in a safe, quiet space can help reset the nervous system and reduce stress. These moments of pause give the body and mind time to recover, helping prevent burnout and fatigue. Embracing rest requires challenging the belief that constant productivity is necessary or that rest equals weakness. Instead, rest is a form of self-respect and a critical tool for resilience. The practice of mindfulness or meditation is a profound way to ground oneself in the present moment and reduce the spirals of distress associated with traumatic memories. Mindfulness involves paying gentle, non-judgmental attention to one's thoughts, emotions, and bodily sensations as they arise. Over time, mindfulness can help reduce the power of intrusive memories and break cycles of rumination or avoidance. Simple techniques like focusing on the breath, scanning the body for sensations, or using guided imagery can be integrated into daily routines, building the capacity to stay present and centered during stressful moments. Many people find that mindfulness also expands their ability to tolerate distress, allowing emotions and sensations to come and go without overwhelming their sense of stability and safety. Engaging creatively is another powerful avenue for healing from trauma and PTSD. Creative activities enable expression beyond the limits of words, providing new forms through which experience and emotion can be explored, communicated, and transformed. Activities such as writing, painting, drawing, music, sculpture, or dance offer ways to externalize pain, confront difficult memories, and imagine new possibilities. In creative pursuits, one can gain a sense of mastery and achievement, reclaim a sense of fun, and rediscover parts of the self that can be diminished by traumatic disruption. Importantly, creativity is not about the end product, but rather about the process of engagement, honoring one's intuition, exploring without judgment, and finding meaning even in small acts of creation. Throughout the journey of coping with trauma and PTSD, It is essential to remember that healing is neither linear nor prescriptive. There will be days of progress and days that feel like setbacks. Each step, no matter how small, integrates resilience and learning. At times, reaching for support or self-care might feel overwhelmingly hard, but taking even one action, no matter how modest, marks a significant commitment to recovery. The process is also characterized by profound courage. Facing trauma and its aftermath demands the willingness to sit with discomfort, uncertainty, and vulnerability. It also requires redefining one's relationship with the past, nurturing trust in others, and building a new narrative about oneself and the world. Along the way, individuals often discover sources of inner strength and wisdom previously untapped. Thanks for sticking around. Don't forget to subscribe us and check out therapyandrelaxation.com for more. See you tomorrow.